teachers think deeply about how to reach all of the students in front of them, and so providing them with a curriculum that allows for that, that provides that, it's just been transformative.
It's really important to me as a scientist and as a science educator to have my kids be curious and engaged and excited to want to come in and learn every day.
I almost forgot about selective reading, because I feel like that could really bring down diversity.
I love it, it's so perfect. That's the noise we make when we agree.
The class is a community, like we all piggyback off of each other. We all like learn from each other. It's really cool.
We made some strategic shifts this year in our science instruction and curriculum. So first we adopted high quality instructional materials, and we also have regular professional development sessions and coaching that is really focused on student discussion and discourse within the science curriculum.
Tell me a little bit more about this genetic mixing you just mentioned. What does that mean?
The turtles are like out in the wild and they're just, reproducing with other different types of turtles maybe, and that allows the species to grow more and more, increase, I guess, tolerance.
I see where you're coming from with that. That would create a whole new species. By having scholars take control over what they're learning and how they're learning it, it really makes the content more a part of their lives as opposed to something they have to learn.
Teachers are really pushing themselves and their students to take more ownership of their own learning and to spend more time engaged in productive struggle, even if it feels frustrating, instead of just supplying them with the answer.
I like the scholars to understand that this is their classroom. I'm just here to help facilitate.
The whole class likes having choices, and this also encourages us to do the lesson and talk to each other. We're learning off of each other, and I think that's the best way to learn in the classroom.
Yeah, I learned a lot from asking my peers. She tells us that there's no wrong answers, so it just makes everybody decide to talk in class. Because one thing about being a high schooler is that you don't taking no as a wrong answer.
The world we live in today is one that is really dependent on these skills, and so being in classrooms and having lots and lots of opportunities to practice what communication looks like and sounds like and get feedback on that, and how do I work with others in groups and get feedback on that, we are setting them up for success.
Scholar grades overall have been improving, but more so it has been a more accurate reflection of that scholar's mastery of the content. If you need a minute, talk to the person next to you.
We can share whatever opinion in class. Maybe it might not be right, but that's why we're open to make mistakes so we can learn to make the right ones. I'm not a group work person, so I would be in the classroom silent if it wasn't for teachers like Mr. Graves.
It helps me in a lot other aspects because I have a job. I work at a Stop and Shop. I have to deal with communication. I have to communicate with customers, my coworkers. We need communication to really get through everything in life.
When you turn the learning over to your students as an instructor, you have to let go. And you have to allow for an atmosphere that's messy.
Making sure that teachers feel really supported by school leadership, helping students know that we're trying to make a change in the way we do things and you're a key part of that, and not just doing it to them, but doing it with them.
The best rush I've ever had is teaching them a concept and having them be able to understand it in a way that they can share it with others, listen to others, and sort of come to a consensus. And it's just such a wonderful experience to give them the tools that they need to have those moments. You're not wrapping up those moments and handing it to them. They're having them on their own.